Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Alejandro Garnacho's Chelsea journey has already begun with both promise and controversy, and his first-half performance against West Ham United on Saturday has sparked a storm of debate. The former Manchester United winger, who moved to Chelsea in a high-profile £40 million transfer, was taken off at half-time as the Blues trailed 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, leaving fans and pundits questioning his immediate impact in West London. Goals from Jarrod Bowen and Crescencio Somerville exposed weaknesses on Chelsea's left flank, with Garnacho struggling to contain the visitors' pace and precision. Former United stars and football analysts were quick to weigh in, highlighting just how difficult the 21-year-old's transition has been. The first half was a particularly harsh stage for Garnacho, who found himself repeatedly outpaced and outmaneuvered by Bowen and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Observers noted that he turned the ball over in crucial moments, failing to offer the creativity and penetration Chelsea had hoped for when they invested heavily in him. Bobby Vincent of Football.London, in his player ratings, gave Garnacho a score of just 3, describing his performance as very poor and noting the frustration of the Stamford Bridge crowd. The criticism echoed Gary Neville's commentary on Sky Sports, who suggested that Rosenio would have been justified in taking either Garnacho or Jorel Hato off even earlier, citing that they were absolutely torn apart down this side. Despite the rough start, Garnacho's career at Chelsea has shown glimpses of his true potential, especially when coming off the bench. In the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Arsenal, he scored a brace, demonstrating his ability to make a decisive impact in high-pressure games. Prior to that, he had also netted twice against Cardiff City as a substitute, suggesting that his style of play may be more suited to cameo appearances where he can exploit tired defences rather than starting matches and immediately facing the intensity of Premier League opposition. This pattern has led some fans to argue that Garnacho's brilliance is better harnessed as an impact player rather than a regular starter, at least in the short term. Garnacho's struggles in the first half of the West Ham clash are perhaps understandable given the circumstances. Chelsea were not just up against a resilient side, but also coping with a game that demanded tactical discipline, energy, and defensive awareness from all players. When Liam Rosenio made his half-time substitutions, bringing on Wesley Fofana, João Pedro, and Marc Cucurella, the game turned decisively in Chelsea's favour. Fofana assisted Pedro's goal, Cucurella scored to equalise, and Pedro's pass set up Enzo Fernandez for the dramatic last-minute winner. The contrast between the impact of the substitutes and Garnacho's first-half struggles highlighted both the challenges he faces and the high standards expected under Rosenio's management. Garnacho's career at Chelsea comes with additional scrutiny because of his Manchester United background. Frozen out of the United squad under Ruben Amorim due to concerns over his attitude, Garnacho's move to Stamford Bridge was seen as a fresh start. While he has shown no signs of disciplinary issues at Chelsea, his inconsistent performances have reminded fans and critics that raw talent alone does not guarantee immediate success at a new club, particularly one under a manager as exacting as Rosenio. There is also a broader narrative surrounding Garnacho's time at United that influences perceptions of his early struggles. With Ruben Amorim now gone, and Marcus Rashford having moved to Barcelona on loan, Garnacho might have had opportunities to re-establish himself at his boyhood club had he stayed. His move to Chelsea has instead placed him in a position where he must adapt quickly to a new system, teammates, and expectations, and the spotlight is relentless. Every underwhelming performance is amplified by the price tag and the hype surrounding his transfer, making each appearance a test of his mental and physical resilience. Despite the criticism, Chelsea's coaching staff appear committed to integrating Garnacho in a way that maximises his strengths. Rosenio has already shown he is willing to make tactical adjustments mid-game, and Garnacho's proven ability to impact matches as a substitute could see him used strategically to exploit tired defences. If he adapts, learns from the criticism, and capitalises on these opportunities, he has the potential to become a key figure in Chelsea's attacking setup. The journey may be challenging, but the talent and potential Garnacho possesses cannot be ignored, and only time will tell whether he can consistently deliver at the level Chelsea's ambitious project demands. Chelsea's dramatic comeback against West Ham United on Saturday evening has left fans and pundits in awe, but for head coach Liam Rosenior, it was a confirmation that his squad possesses something truly special. Stamford Bridge witnessed an extraordinary turnaround as Chelsea overturned a 2-goal first-half deficit to secure a 3-2 victory, a result that encapsulates the spirit, resilience and tactical intelligence Rosenior has sought to instill since taking over from Enzo Marresca. The Blues' performance was not only a showcase of individual talent, but also a testament to the manager's ability to inspire, adjust and motivate his players when the odds are stacked against them. Chelsea went into the match with West Ham United in a precarious position after a first half dominated by the visitors. Goals from Jarrod Bowen and Crysencio Somerville left the home fans frustrated and booing at Stamford Bridge, reflecting both disappointment and disbelief at the performance of a side that had looked inconsistent in recent weeks. The jeers, however, seemed only to fuel Rosenior's belief that his team could respond to adversity. The English head coach admitted that West Ham were, without question, the better team in the opening 45 minutes. Chelsea were sluggish, indecisive and out of sync, a display far from the level the manager expects. At half-time, Rosenior made the bold decision to make 3 substitutions, a move that would ultimately transform the game. João Pedro was introduced and quickly reduced the deficit, providing a spark of hope. Marc Cucurella's towering header restored parity, and the atmosphere inside Stamford Bridge shifted dramatically. The culmination of this revival came in stoppage time, when captain Enzo Fernandez netted the decisive goal, sealing an incredible victory and sending the home crowd into raptures. Rosenior described this second-half response as evidence of a spirit, a fight and a resilience within the squad that he deeply admires, qualities that had been absent in the first half. Rosenior's approach emphasizes mental fortitude as much as tactical execution. With a congested schedule and numerous games in a short span, he is acutely aware that fatigue, energy levels and decision-making can all impact performance. He acknowledged that while the players are dedicated and motivated, the timing of pressing, possession decisions and positional awareness in the first half had been poor. Yet, instead of laying blame on individual players, he framed the early performance as a collective shortfall. This approach underlines Rosenior's management style. He is decisive when action is needed, but maintains confidence in his squad, understanding that football is ultimately a team endeavour. The victory against West Ham was not an isolated incident in Rosenior's promising start at Chelsea. He has won 6 out of 7 games in all competitions since his arrival from Strasbourg, including a memorable Champions League triumph over Napoli in Italy. That comeback from 2-1 down to win 3-2 in Naples had already highlighted his tactical acumen and ability to motivate players under pressure. But Saturday's performance arguably surpassed even that success due to the scale of the first-half deficit and the hostility of the home crowd. Chelsea's ascent to 4th place in the Premier League is another